Good morning, everyone. This is Tara Sewell, internal wholesaler with Financial Markets. Today, we will be drawing a winner for our fall giveaway. Our winner will have their choice of a PlayStation 5, Xbox gaming console, or a locking gun safe. But before we get started, thank you. Thank you for your partnership and thank you for your business. Together, we protect families, their financial futures, and their legacies. Congratulations to Noelle. She was our summer giveaway winner. And congratulations to our runners up. Our runners up each received a USA made solid maple cutting board. Today is our fall giveaway, and for every application you submitted from July 19th through October 4th, you received one ticket. You earned double tickets for applications with our premier carriers and triple tickets if the case was placed in force by Friday, October 4th. We have 4,305 tickets in our hat today, and the tickets have been shuffling. Now remember, your name can only be drawn once. You must be pre-registered and on the call for the duration of the webinar in order to be eligible to win. Before we get to today's drawing, Vice President Neil Sperling will be showing us how to elevate our success. Neil?
Well, thank you, Tara, and good luck to all of those on the call in the drawing. Today, we're going to look at a few tools that you have access to at fmiAgent.com. But first, I have some sad news to share. Many of you knew Mr. Luke from various financial markets producer meetings and trips. Mr. Luke worked with financial markets since 1997 and became a good friend to all of us. The last producer trip that Mr. Luke and his beautiful wife Susan joined us on was in 2022 at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Mr. Luke unfortunately had to cancel attending the 2024 Financial Markets Bermuda cruise this year after being diagnosed with cancer. Our good friend went to be with Jesus September 22nd of this year. You'll be missed, my friend. On that sad note, we'll get on with it here. So first, really, we're going to be exploring the tools that you have available to you at fmiAgent.com. On your initial welcome page and on most of the pages, you're going to see on the right-hand side here your dedicated team that's assigned to specifically you and your office. So you'll see your sales contact, you'll see your case manager, your contracting manager, and your in-force client service person. So readily available, they're eager to take your call to help you on that sale or service issue. On the main page here, you'll see events, our upcoming webinars, a challenge for you. Maybe make it a point to listen to one webinar per week. That'll just help you better your ability to serve your clients and increase your knowledge. Also, we have recorded webinars, so the past webinars that we've done, and you can access all of those. Latest news, any news updates from the carriers are going to be found here, and you can see all of those and categorized by the carrier at your leisure. And on your main page, you're also going to see your standing for the 2024 FMI Agent Point Awards for just 30,000 points, which would be 30,000 of life premium or $1 million of annuity premium, or any combination thereof. You may be coming on the 2024 FMI Agent Point Awards trip, and we'll go over a little more detail on that a bit later. At the top here, we can see the news, similar to the material down here at the bottom. Our events, this shows you all of the in-person and webinar events that we hold each week. So here's a good place to take a look at what events we have coming up and get registered for those. But we're going to dive into agent tools. The agent tool, there's so much information here, there's not enough time to go over all of it, but I'll touch on some of the, well, many of them, but really the key points. So in the agent tools, if we look under the new business forms and applications, that's where you're going to be able to access all your new business forms, client service forms, as well as our electronic or our e-application platform there. For those of you who order your own exams, a lot of you have your case manager here at Financial Markets order your insurance exams for your clients. But for those of you who order them yourself, you can hit the exam services here and link directly to the exam vendors to get your clients scheduled. The next section, new business application upload. When you have a new piece of business, if you took a paper application and you're imaging that to us, please don't send it to us in the email unless it's secure. If you don't have secure email, please take advantage of the new business application upload tool and that is HIPAA compliant and will keep your client data safe, and it'll be delivered directly to your case manager after you upload that. The other secure upload is just secure document upload. Very similar to the new business application upload, but this would be where you would submit to us client service, maybe a change of beneficiary form, or documents that are pending during the underwriting process. A section I'll share with you here is the underwriting guides. A lot of you are now embracing the electronic signature technology of DocuSign, Adobe Sign, and various other e-signature capabilities. We've put together an accepted e-signature vendors list here for you. And so you can see here on the left-hand side, it shows you the carrier. And then here across the top, it shows you the various different e-signature vendors and which vendors are accepted by carrier and what business process they're accepted for. So before you get that e-signature with your e-signature solution, be sure you check here to be sure the insurance company itself will actually accept the document signed via that e-signature. A really cool tool for you in the field underwriting process is our underwriting guides. Our staff has put together what we refer to here as our multi-carrier underwriting guide. This has the underwriting guide for every one of our insurance companies, for all of our life insurance, long-term care, disability income, critical illness, and any other underwritten product with all of our insurance companies. For example, if I click here on Mass Mutual, here's all of the Mass Mutual underwriting guides. So we can click here and we can look at the Mass Mutual Juvenile Life Underwriting Guide, for example, and then we have all that right available to your fingertips. So take advantage of that multi-carrier underwriting guide in your field underwriting process. We also have a fluidless accelerated underwriting guide that's really going to summarize for you which carriers are doing the accelerated underwriting or the fluidless underwriting. I won't go into that right now, but that's available to you as well. The NAILBA underwriting guide available here under underwriting guide section is an incredible document. This is developed by NAILBA, an association that we're a part of. And for example, if you have a prospect and you just want to do a quick fact finder with them, this will ask appropriate questions for you to help determine what type of product and what rate class perhaps they qualify for. Then if your client has a health impairment, we'll take a look. There's a ton of health impairments in this guide that you can take a look and get some background on how we underwrite. For example, I pulled up here atrial fibrillation. So it talks about the key insurability issues that we need to know to accurately quote and select the correct risk class for that client. Going a little further in that, in the same guide, it has all of the questionnaires for all of the medical impairments. Here's that atrial fibrillation questionnaire. So it gives you the questions to ask your client. And once you get that information, send it over to your internal wholesaler here at Financial Markets, and we'll find the appropriate carrier and product to fit their needs. So take advantage of the NAILBA Field Underwriting Guide. Moving on here in Agent Tools, under Manage Your Business, you have pending case status. This account that I'm logged in with doesn't have any pending cases, but if you had pending cases, your new business would show up there, and that's in real time. That information is the same as your internal case manager here at Financial Markets sees. Let's move on to the licensing and contracting. Folks, if you haven't taken a look at this could be a game changer for managing your licenses, for managing your CE, your AML, your E&O. Tremendous amount of material here. I'm not going to click on this because it does show non-public personal information. But if you need to obtain a non-resident license, if you want to check on your CE, if you want to update your E&O, all of it can be done here through our electronic licensing and contracting portal. And that's one login to Financial Markets website, and you have access to this. So check that out today. And if you need to get contracted with a new company, that can be done through this link as well. Here, there's compliance training items, so your AML, your LTC, your annuity training, and product-specific training, as well as some other tools listed down here. One thing we get a question about quite often is the NAILBA E&O coverage, or excuse me, the E&O coverage upon renewal. We do have here a discount through NAILBA if you use this discount code NAILBA05. So the next time you're on your E&O renewal, you might check to see if this rate is better than the one that you're getting with your current E&O provider. And financial markets does not make any compensation off of that that E&O. That's just a discount through the NAILBA association that we were able to obtain for you. Moving on to in-force policy service real quick. Consolidations, acquisitions, mergers. You never know where the insurance company might be. There's a list of all the former and current insurance companies that we've issued business with over the years. If you can't find a company, perhaps you'll find it in this list. You'll find in their phone number, their website, email if available, and mailing addresses. So it might just be helpful for you there. The next section, just to touch on briefly, is policy review. You know, we've talked about policy review for decades. And for those of you that do actively practice a policy review procedure, this might be a complement to what you're doing currently. For those of you who aren't, there's plenty of guides here and consumer documents that you can use to get that policy review practice in place. And folks, the producers that do policy review, they generate new sales, 50 to 60% of the time that they contact those existing clients. So you might consider adding policy and beneficiary review to your practice. And you got all the tools you need right here. All right, we're going to head over to sales and marketing. We're not going to go into quotes just yet. We'll do that last. Let's take a look at products. This is a huge system of product information. First, you see our premier carriers, our premier annuity carriers, disability and life carriers. These are the companies that we work with most closely. We understand their products and their underwriting. We have close relationships with their sales and new business staff. So these are the carriers that we're going to be using primarily day in and day out. If I click on any one of these carriers, it's going to take me to their products, and we'll do that here in just a moment. But here's all of the carriers offered through financial markets down here on the left-hand side. So any of the carriers that we offer, you can get the same information as you can get for our premier carriers by clicking on the name of the carrier. So we'll go back up to the top here, and we're going to pop into Mass Mutual. And if you haven't been into our product section in the past, this is gonna really impress you. First thing, it's going to show all the products offered by that particular carrier. Next is a little news section that's going to show the most recent news updates, and then you can click View All to see all of the news updates for that carrier. And on the main page, you're going to find some sales tools. But one of the things I like the best about this section under the carrier is the vital signs. So if we take a look at the vital signs, this is available on every carrier in our system that you can download and show your client, consumer approved, but it shows all their ratings. So as you know, Mass Mutual being one of the top rated companies in the industry, it shows here their AM Best rating at A++. Their assets, their liabilities, their surplus percent, their investment mix, their investment returns. So it provides a lot of good information to summarize the client's financial, or the insurance carrier's financials. All right, moving back up to the product section. Let's say we're interested in information on the Whole Life 100 with Mass Mutual. So we'll click on that. And in the product, you're going to see some summary of issue ages, face amount information, rider information, a little blurb on the product itself. But most importantly, going down into product resources, you'll find all of the producer guides, and those are listed and identified as producer use only. And then all of the consumer documents. So here's a document talking about the tele-interview, dividend interest rate history. All these things you can download right from the product page. And this is on every life insurance product, long-term care, disability income, annuity product you're going to be able to find here in the product section at fmiAgent.com. Now, what if you're just interested in a specific type of product, not necessarily knowing which carrier to go to, but just one type of product? So let's say we're interested in Index Universal Life. Well, off to the left here, we can click on Index Universal Life. And this shows you all the carriers that we offer Index Universal Life with and the name of each product that's under them. And so I see here Securian has a product called the Eclipse Accumulator. So we'll click on that. And you'll see a similar summary as we saw in the whole life product with Mass Mutual. So we got some issue age information, some face amount information, some underwriting information. And scrolling down in the product resources area, you'll see the producer use documents as well as the consumer use brochures and so forth that you can share with your client to help make the sale. So just a tremendous amount of material here that our team keeps up to date and available to you to help you with your sales. All right, moving on to consumer advertising, and we're going at 1,000,000 miles an hour here today because there's a lot to cover. All right, consumer advertising. Folks, if you want to get into doing some consumer advertising, or if you already are, take advantage of these resources. They're in a box. They're ready for you. So for example, if you wanted to promote life insurance, so we'll click on this document here. It has a sample message that you can post, for example, to Facebook. And then it has the image that you would use, perhaps in the post that you do. So here's a life insurance post. Here's a life insurance with retirement planning post. And then of course, here's the message that you can copy and paste right into the social media of your choosing. So take a look at that. Maybe it'll generate you some more sales. Scrolling down here, much of the content here is produced by financial markets, but we also have content from carriers. Corebridge has a nice campaign in a box platform that you can take a look at. We also have a few flyers here that you can customize for yourself. Here's a children's whole life one. Here's a term life insurance one. We have some templates that you can use for webinar invites. And down here, we even have radio ads that promote annuities that you could place on an AM or FM radio station if you like. We've got the script here. We've got the sample MP3 that you can listen to. It's just a tremendous amount of resources here to help you with your consumer advertising if you'd like to explore that prospecting. All right, moving on to calculators and reference. There's a lot of great tools in here. First, we'll look at the advanced market calculators. These are really helpful in various scenarios when you're helping your clients plan. You got some mortgage calculators, savings calculators, retirement calculators. One that's used quite a bit is the required minimum distributions. That's a very popular one that we see clicked. How much life insurance, so a needs analysis calculator. All of these are available to you under one login at fmiAgent.com. We also have a really neat needs analysis worksheet. This can be branded, co-branded for you. Right down here in the lower right-hand corner, you could put your contact information or logo. And this is interactive. Once you fill the numbers in, it will determine the life insurance need for an individual. So it might be a helpful way to meet with a client, determine how much life insurance might be appropriate for their situation. If you haven't seen this tool, the Social Security Illustrator, this is an awesome platform. Take a look at it. It helps you and your clients decide when might be most appropriate for them to begin their Social Security income. Really neat tool here for you. We also have this Know the Law section that's brought to you by John Hancock. And Know the Law, a really, really neat resource. It finds creditor protection for life insurance and annuities. So, for example, if I click on Wyoming here, it summarizes some of the state income tax, which there is none in Wyoming, if there's a death tax in the state, and then you can also download a guide. And so here's a guide that goes through each state and what their rules are for creditor protection for life insurance and annuities. Pretty neat resource there, brought to you by John Hancock. All right, moving along to advanced marketing resources. In this section, we have some similar calculators. These are produced by PGI, but we have a AMO documents that I'd like to show you here. AMO documents, let's say you're meeting with a prospect or an existing client. You determine maybe they need to consider an irrevocable life insurance trust. You know, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is set to sunset at the end of 2025. So maybe an irrevocable life insurance trust might be something that you determine they maybe should look into. Well, you can come here, get a sample irrevocable life insurance trust that you can save, download, print, give it to them, that they can take to their attorney to draw up a trust that is appropriate and actually fits the needs that really the industry settles on for irrevocable life insurance trusts. We can't provide the trust to the client, but we can certainly provide them the navigation and the sample to help their attorney prepare the appropriate documents. There's also more information in here, and sign of the times, there's even a pet planning estate plan. What's the world coming to, guys? They got a will section, business, for example, buyout agreements, deferred comp, split dollar, all kinds of sample legal documents that you can provide to your clients that they can take to their attorneys to help them plan for their future. There's a lot of information in here. I'm just going to point out the virtual sales assistant. Now, we've shown you the virtual sales assistant over the years. This is just an incredible tool to help you in the sale process. It also has specimen documents, which includes trusts and so forth. But the thing that we really like about the virtual sales assistant is the concept pages and the client presentations. Let's pop over into the client presentation or the concept pages. For example, if we're looking in business planning, and how about a buy-sell agreement? So we're meeting with a couple of business owners in a partnership, and we want to share with them how a buy-sell works. So let's go look at an insured cross-purchase buy-sell for partnerships. The neat thing about the virtual sales assistant is it is not branded. So there's no company name on it. And this shows your client how the plan might work in the event of death of partner A or partner B, which way the monies flow, and so forth and so on. Now, once your client decides, yeah, that might be a good plan, then we can come back to the virtual sales assistant and go into the client presentations. And here we look at business continuation planning. And here's that same insured cross-purchase buy-sell plan for partnerships. We'll click on that. And now we have an 11-page document that goes over all the details of a cross-purchase buy-sell, from the problem to the potential solutions. And guess what? Life insurance is one of those solutions. Here we see a similar chart showing that prospect how the buy-sell plan might work in their plan. So take a look at the virtual sales assistant located here under advanced marketing resources at fmiAgent.com. Really good material there for you to help show your prospects. And before we get into the quote section, just want to show you the incentives tab. This shows the current incentives that we have going on here at Financial Markets. Of course, we have the fmiAgent Point Awards, which I'll touch on a little bit later, our monthly Omaha Stakes giveaway, and our Christmas giveaway that Tara Sewell will be sharing with you later on this morning. And the contact tab, if you want to get in touch with your internal wholesaler, case manager, contracting manager, our case managers and our wholesalers, they have their line set up for text. Hey, text your internal wholesaler if you need a quick quote. They're there to help, and they're very responsive. So you'll see all your contacts here for Financial Markets. And now we're going to take a look at the quote section. One of the more popular quote sections we see clicks on is the annuity rate watch. Let's pop in there for those of you who have not seen it. On the first page is going to show you the top MYGA products, MYGA, which is multi-year guarantee annuities, and you can see the top rate in each category from 3 years on down to 10 years. So in that high 4% range pretty much throughout. But if we want to dive deep, let's go up here to the top and we'll select MYGA product list, and we'll be able to see all the products. Now you can see there's 115 products. That's a lot, but what if we know our prospect, so we're in Missouri, and the prospect says they have $75,000, and the client is age 81. And we know that some products are limited by age, so we will search for that. Now we know that the product's going to be available in the state of Missouri. The rate is appropriate for 75,000, and the product's available to an age 81-year-old. So we can see here a 3-year guarantee at 4.6%, and the compensation off here to the right. And moving on to the 5-year product down here at 4.7%, and the compensation here. And let's say we want some more information on this product specifically. We'll click on that product, and we're going to get a tremendous amount of information. We've got the issue ages, the premium amounts, the maximum premium by age. Up here at the top, we can click the rates tab. We can see this rate was effective October 1st. And again, that rate's 4.7% for the 25,000 band. You can take a look at the withdrawal provisions. It shows our surrender charges, in this case, 77765. Also the penalty-free withdrawals. The first year, no free withdrawals on this product. Years 2 plus, 10% annually. Lots of good information here for you. Moving along, let's take a look at the same, but on fixed indexed annuities. So we'll go to the FIA product list. And we still have that client loaded in here, Missouri, 75,000, age 81. And we see here's a 10-year product with Global Atlantic. And if we want to click on that and get some more detail, see all the detail on the product, surrender charge schedule, free withdrawal information. If we click on the rates tab, you can see what the current rates are. So these are the current rates, and then we have a rate change coming up next week. And it shows you what the upcoming rate change is going to be. Just a lot of great information. Also, we publish the rate history too. So we can see all of the rate changes for the product historically here, which is kind of nice to be able to look back and see what they were issuing this product at in the past. So take a look at Annuity Rate Watch when you're working with your next prospect. Very good tool for you there. Now we're going to look at WinFlex Web. WinFlex Web is available. You'll see here we got them for annuities. They'll quote annuities, critical illness, and life insurance. So we're going to go into WinFlex Web and take a look at all the companies that you can quote. I know it's probably pretty small on your screen there, but there's a ton of companies here. And if you click on any one of them, you see all the products that they have available that you can quote. And that's all available with just one login to fmiAgent.com, and you have access to all of that. The last one I'd like to share with you here is the iPipeline quote tool. This is a completely integrated quote to application submission platform. So we'll do a sample case here. And notice it's asking for 2 ages, the actual age and the nearest age, because some companies price on nearest age and not actual age. So the software will provide for that. We'll say this is an Arkansas case. We're going to quote term, but you can quote GUL, no lapse guarantee UL, as well as IUL and fixed UL. Product group, you could select fmiAgent Premier carriers to only quote those carriers in which we have designated as Premier carriers here at Financial Markets. For the purpose of the webinar, we're just going to do all products. And let's say the client is interested in a 15-year term, but I want to show that client a 20-year term as well. The client said he was interested in $1 million, but we want to show him $2 million as well. And based upon our time in the underwriting guide, we determined he is a standard non-tobacco potential risk. So we have standard non-tobacco. Then underwriting process eligibility, we get a lot of questions about. I always just leave them all in there. But if you only wanted products that offered the ability of accelerated underwriting, you could get rid of the traditional and instant decision. Or if you only wanted instant decision products, you could get rid of the other two. So I always just leave them. but you can filter by that. So when this comes up, it's going to show us these annual premiums, and if you hover over the premium, it shows you the various premium modes available. But I want to see this by a monthly premium, so I'm going to come up here and change the view to a monthly view. And let's say I want to show the client, maybe I'm printing something off for the client and I want to show them protective, principal, and emeritus, those products. So I highlight those products. Now this is on the 15-year term. I also want to show him on the 20-year term. So I'll do the 20-year term, protective, principal, and emeritus. And we'll go up here to the top, and there's a couple of options that you can download here. A list report, a comparison ledger, and a detail report. Probably the one we see most people use is this list report, so we'll just tap on that. And you can see a nice summary of the products that we selected earlier, the various premium modes, and the company's information there. So you can print this off and give this to your client if you prefer. Now, if that client is ready to apply, and for those of you who haven't used the electronic application system yet, it is such a slick process. All you do is click apply here. You have the option in this particular product to do a drop ticket, or you can still do paper forms, but I think once you do one of these drop tickets, you'll want to keep doing them. They're pretty easy. So it loads the information from the quote that you just ran, and we'll just hit select here at the bottom. It asks one gatekeeper question here, making sure that the client is eligible to go through the drop ticket process. And there you are in the application. And once you complete filling this out, the system will email your client for a digital signature, or you can sign in person. If your client is in your office, you give them your keyboard and they can do their signature. And it's just a very, very easy process. As soon as you hit submit and your client has signed it, it goes right to our office. We'll review it, release it to the company, and that case is in underwriting the same day. Very quick process for you there. So we've covered a lot of information here today. I hope you found one or two tools that you might be able to use in your practice. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Tara Sewell to see who's going to take home a gaming console or a gun safe. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Neil. Now you can find our contact information on the website under Contact and Meet the Team. Please reach out to us if you need assistance with the website. And as always, if you have a case to discuss, please let us know. We look forward to helping you with your next case. Now let's get started and draw our first finalist. Thank you, Neil, for helping me verify who's on the call today. Pull up our hat here, and it's shuffling. And drop those tickets in our hat. And we are looking for our first finalist. Tom Carson with 43 tickets. Is Tom on today's call?
We have a Tom, but not with the last name of Karsten.
Okay, let's see if we can draw our first finalist. Wayne Martin, 565 tickets. Wayne on the call?
We have a Wayne with the last name of Martin on the call.
All right, congratulations, Wayne. You are our first finalist in our fall drawing today. Before our next producer draw, I would like to introduce Security Mutual Life. Security Mutual is new to our portfolio in 2024. They offer fixed annuities, term life, fixed universal life, and participating whole life. Our board of directors added this carrier as a result of Security Mutual's underwriting expertise. Their products are not necessarily going to be top 5 in pricing. However, they do some interesting things with medical impairments and height and weight cases that make their offers attractive on some special risks. So don't be surprised if your internal wholesaler quotes Security Mutual on your next special risk life case. Also, they're not just a special risk carrier. They do have quality convertible term life as well as a nice participating whole life for your healthy clients too. And Security Mutual is a rated rated A- by AM Best. On to our second and third drawing. So we are looking for our second and third finalist in our drawing. Faith Christoph with 230 tickets. Is Faith on today's call?
And Faith is on the call.
Congratulations, Faith. You are our second finalist. And we're looking for our third. Jacob Messer with 33 tickets. Is Jacob on the call?
Jacob is not on the call.
Okay, we are still looking for our third finalist. Let's draw again. Mark Thiel, 21 tickets. Is Mark on the call?
We have a Mark, but not a Mark Thiel.
Okay, we are going to draw again, looking for our third finalist. Evan Rogers, 202 tickets. How about Evan? Is he on our call today?
And Evan is on the call.
Congratulations, Evan. You are our third finalist in our fall drawing today. The next carrier I'd like to introduce to you is Symetra. This carrier is new to our portfolio this year as well, here in 2024. As you know, financial markets does not add carriers often, and we do carefully research any carrier that we're considering. Most do not make the cut, but Symetra did. Symetra is rated A by the AM Best and has a very innovative product lineup, including fixed and fixed index annuities, term life, fixed universal life, and index universal life. One really cool product they have in their arsenal is the Swift term. This is instant issue, and this is truly end-to-end digital term life insurance solution that can provide up to $5 million in coverage and be issued in as little as 18 minutes. The application, underwriting, and policy issue are all completed online. It's a really nice process through incredible technology. Reach out to your internal wholesaler to learn more if you're interested in the Swift term. We are rolling right along into our fourth and fifth finalists in our fall drawing today. So far, we have Wayne Martin, Faith Christoph, and Evan Rogers. We're looking for our fourth finalist. Oh, we've drawn Evan twice. He can only be drawn once, so we're still looking for that fourth finalist. And we've got a couple of duplicates here. Faith is already qualified. We're still looking for that fourth finalist. Katie Johnston with 254 tickets. Is Katie on the call?
Katie is on the call.
Congratulations, Katie. You are our fourth finalist, and we are looking for our fifth finalist now. And we've drawn Katie again. Let's draw again for our fifth finalist. Wayne Martin, and he is already a finalist. We're going to keep drawing till we find our fifth finalist.
Tara, I think that if Wayne Martin is into lottery tickets, today's the day.
Today is the day. And when you have 565 tickets,
Well, there you go. Yeah.
You have a higher probability as well. Brian Luther with 66 tickets. Is Brian on the call today?
Brian is on the call.
All right. We have our five finalists. We have Wayne Martin, Faith Christoph, Evan Rogers, Katie Johnston, and Brian Luther are our finalists today.
Well, folks, while Tara Sewell, shuffles the five finalists, just going to share with you the 2024 FMI Agent Point Awards. With as little as $1 million of annuity premium or $30,000 of life premium or any combination, you and a guest could be on your way to the next amazing FMI Agent trip. The trip will be aboard the beautiful celebrity cruise line ship called the Celebrity Summit. For 6 days, you and a guest will enjoy the pools, dining, and recreation aboard this 2,200 passenger ship with 1,000 crew members making sure you cruise in comfort and class. The sail dates are set for Saturday, April 5th through Thursday, April 10th, 2025. The FMI Agent Point Awards trips have included several cruises in the past, most of which were aboard Royal Caribbean cruise lines, which are always impressive. The Celebrity cruise lines are also owned by Royal Caribbean, and they position the Celebrity brand as a step up in luxury and is sure to impress. We look forward to hosting the qualifiers on this relaxing and unforgettable cruise.
All right, let's take a look and see who our winner will be today. I've got our hat shuffling. Let me just move this over to the screen. All right, we are shuffling. Going to drop our finalists into the hat. And one draw. Evan Rogers. Congratulations, Evan. You have won the FMI Agent Fall Drawing, and we will be contacting you for your choice of an Xbox, PlayStation 5, or a locking gun safe. And congratulations to our 4 runners-up. Christmas is around the corner. So is our next promotion. We will be giving away a $500 Amazon gift card. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for your partnership and your loyalty. We'll see you next time. Have a beautiful day.